Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our podcast.
And today we're looking at the second season of the anime Dr. Stone.
Yes, which we absolutely love. And we've entered the Stone Wars as the Kingdom of Science prepares Tsukasa's empire for the fate of humanity in the Stone World. And we get to visit with Sylveon 14's new man.
Before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click notification bell updates on future podcasts and Roll to Pause videos.
Absolutely. This did not disappoint. We were wondering about second season because sometimes it can go down in quality. The story's not as interesting. The animation has changed. People are killed off. But this season did not fail to deliver just as much excitement and fun and information as season one.
Yes, and that was the really fun part. We were kind of thrown off maybe the first two episodes, and we were really concerned about it, like, please don't be bad. But once they had the footing, because you had to get established to the new status quo, you were good. Mm-hmm. And for this one, it was definitely a lot more drama going on.
Yes, definitely.
So much so, we thought the season was longer. And when it got to the end, we were on the assumption that there was more coming in the season. It was just on break. And then we found out, no, that was the end of the season. And we're preparing now for season 3 in 2023.
But the way that it ended, it could have been the finale for the season.
Right.
We just thought they were going to pick up the story and continue. But the way it ends is perfectly fine. It actually ended really well. There was a surprise ending, a twist, and actually it got sad, and you started having empathy for a character you never thought you would have empathy for.
Right.
Great writing.
Right. And there's a lot of close calls in here. If you have not read the manga, you don't know what's going to happen. A lot of things will catch you by surprise. And maybe even if you did, just seeing it animated is going to be like a whole new experience. Because with this one, Tsukasa has now unpetrified a lot of people. And conveniently enough, he only unpetrified all the crazy people in Japan. He literally got all the giant, psychotic maniacs all over. He unearthed them all, and they're all still loco as they were centuries ago. So, like, why'd you go get all the crazy people?
He wanted a strong team. Well, not team, because none of them were the team on his side, but he wanted a strong group.
Right.
He wanted to make sure that they would win, and he did say that. And it looks like he left all the people of science for Senku.
Right?
And there are some really funny moments in here, like last season. Every episode, you should say, has some really fun moments. And you don't have as many episodes that give you scientific information or explanation as you did before. Right. And I did miss that because that has become a part of it for me that I loved. Even though, most of it I already knew, but just seeing him explain it and the animation and the fun they have when they're, giving you the information.
Right.
It became a joy in season 1 to watch, but that didn't happen as much this season.
Yeah, I think they were really focused on the story, so there were only certain episodes where they did, like one where they made the cell phone so they could talk to Senku's friend who had been over.
Senku!
Yes, I want to get to that in a minute. They made like different meals that they had before everyone got petrified. They make not a telephone, it's more of like a record player. They're running a record player and their version of a CD, like kind of combining that together. And it's really fun because when they do those segments, it's still fun. They even do where their version of a train, their version of a boat. And then they do this new segment now is that when they make the machine, like, oh, we've entered this stage and this stage and this era, they suddenly switch to another time period. And it's like, do we jump forward in time that quickly? And it's just for the effect. It's in the point where he rides like a police car and people are like, this man's effing with time all together. Before he was just on a cooking show with a talking robot. Now he's just all over time.
And one of the things that really was hard-hitting and more serious this season is we got the backstory for Tsukasa.
Yes.
And we really find out why he's as he is, his life before petrification, and why he's looking for his sister.
Yes.
And again, it became heartwarming. You became empathetic. You felt sad and bad for him. And then you remember, because he looks like he's 40. He's still long hair. I know he's meant to be hot. And you forget when you're watching this, because he's so big and towers everyone else, that he's only 16. And then you remember when you see this backstory, this is a 16-year-old kid.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, and he's gone through all of this. Mm-hmm. No wonder he's like he is.
Right.
And I love when writers can present a backstory, not throw it in your face, not try to make you feel guilty, not try to make the villain sympathetic. That's not what they did here. What they did here is presented his story, and then you understood why he's the way he is, what he's trying to do, and that he's not a bad guy or a villain. He's really, unbelievably, a scared teenage boy.
Yeah.
That loves his sister.
Yes.
And the writing was done so well that where they wanted you to go, you were taken there.
Right.
And it's just really good writing.
Right. And it's great that you say that, because you can get backstories on some of the other people in the Stone Wars, where not just the people in the village, but some of Tsukasa's army, like what they were before that. You know, they were crazy. You find out it's like one guy was on the police force, another guy was a trainer and all that, and they were extremists then. They come back, they're extremists now. And like you say, he hired all strength. He really didn't pay attention to the mental state. He just got all people that looked like they were the strongest and put up the most of a fight, and they were all bloodthirsty from the start anyway, and they got in trouble. He didn't know that. He just saw the strength, and that was it. And they all were in trouble. They all were crazy as heck, and they were in trouble for the things they did, because like they're extreme. So now they're all put in a situation where now they can do that and no one tells them it's not right. So now it becomes a thing of trying to control the people he unpetrified, because they were already mentally unstable, and he's got to try to control them as well.
And learning that the strength he has and his ability to plan and things aren't enough with these people.
Right.
Now, another great part is we get to see the reunion of Senku and his friends.
Yes. Yes, because it said it had been like maybe 2 years, I believe. And they had invented the phone.
Right.
They invented
reinvented
the phone. And they already had set up to where he'd be able to talk to them once it's set up. So you finally see it come up.
And they weren't sure, of course, if either or the other was dead.
Right.
They didn't know what happened.
They had lied and said they had Tsukasa still thinking that Senku was dead after the first season. So they make excuses like they're just going to go pay respects every now and then. That's where they would meet up. So when he had on the phone and testing it, you see him, he's still alive. And then all of a sudden he says, Senku! That's all he can say is, I'm a Senku!
And he said, what's your name?
I'm Senku! I'm Senku! I'm Senku!
That's my name.
Would you stop?
And it was touching, and yes, you know, I was crying.
Yeah.
But this season is really great. It, again, didn't fail to live up to, I guess you said, the hype, because people were really excited, and people who read the manga said they knew it was going to be really good. And of course, you're doubting if you haven't read it, which we haven't.
Right.
But they lived up to it and gave more. And again, the ending of the season, you know, the season 3 is going to be good.
Right.
I also want to mention that there's going to be a movie that comes out as well this summer. That's based on Senku and their pirates on the ship, so I guess it's their One Piece tribute.
Right, which is definitely going to be hilarious to see.
So we're excited about seeing that.
So now it looks like the setup for season 3 is that they are going to, the exploring era, and they're going to the other end of the earth to find out what caused the petrification, because it's said that throughout the show so far he's made calculations, everything. It seems like it originated on Earth. They thought it came from space, but it looks like that kind of what I assumed, someone on Earth turned everyone to stone. So that means there's some part of the planet that is not petrified. So you're finding out where they are and why they did that. Why did they plunge the entire world into stone and they're still running? Because they haven't been able to contact any other part of the globe. So now they're going to find out who or what caused it on the Earth.
Yes. So if you have seen season 2 of Dr. Stone, let us know what you think in the comments below. Did you enjoy it as much as we did? Did you not like it? Have you read the manga? Tell us. We really want to know.
Yes. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and weekly videos on your favorite anime series, animated shows, and all things animation.
Yes, and continue to join us for more summer videos.
Yes. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a toontastic day.
Peace.